All right, we're back from the break, coming down from the mountain. Michael's getting off his alpaca.
Yeah, it's 3 guys ranting on BuysRadio.com, and it looks like we have another caller.
Hey, wait. Why are both mics on the same alpaca?
We're going to leave that alone for another show.
There we go.
Caller, you with us? Go ahead. Who you calling for?
Who's this?
Not yet. I hope
It might help if we know a name.
Okay, cool, man. I thought I owed you some money, man. Hey, brother, what's happening, Keith?
He's all, where's the door? I need to get out of this place.
Yeah, man, I'm about to put these headphones down. Yeah, what's happening, Keith, man? What's good? Yeah, me and Keith, man, we worked on some theater projects, man. This is another young cat who's serious about getting into this comedy thing. He's been talking to him. He's passionate about really being this entertainment thing, man. I've been trying to tell him just like get in the club, stay on the scene, man. It's just really about this networking thing, man. But yeah, I'm glad you called, man. That's what's good, man. Yeah, J-Spot, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's what's up. See, that's what happens. Soon your friends call. Man, I got you. I got you on the guest list, Keith. Just be there before 8. All right, man. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks for calling in, Keith. Bye-bye.
That's like when you win the lotto, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I was going to say, didn't Ice Cube just come out with a whole new movie about that? Lottery?
Yeah,
where
lottery ticket.
They had to hold it over the weekend because everybody wants a piece of the action.
Man, it's crazy.
People you didn't remember about show up, you know? Cousins and...
Gentlemen, there's a New York Times article on a new, what are we going to call it? I forget what an initiative that our illustrious government is putting together. It is the Nationwide Suspicious Activity Reporting Initiative.
Damn.
Say that 3 times fast. Title of the article is How to Spot a Terrorist.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's easy, man.
I was going to say, yeah, it's McCarthyism all over again.
They're
I mean,
brown. Oh, man.
There's 5 in this room at the rate we're
Messed
going.
up, man.
You know, the only one who's not a terrorist is London.
Yeah, I'm sure it's right. That's crazy. That's like another form. That whole thing is crazy. That's like another racism. I'm telling you, man. This whole racism, stereotyping, and this whole color thing.
Profiling.
It's just this whole profiling. They just find different ways to disguise it. That's crazy, man.
Where did they start it from? Where?
Well, it's what it is. The government is looking into. It's an initiative, and the New York Times wrote an article today on how to spot a terrorist, and they're talking about how they want to start monitoring certain activities because, like Timothy McVeigh, he bought hydrogen peroxide one place.
Maybe he wanted to be blonde.
Well, I agree.
Yeah,
I thought that was my
exactly.
thought, you know. And then he went and bought something sulfur somewhere else, and they're saying had they monitored all these activities, then the computer could have analyzed that perhaps he's putting them together to build a bomb. Not trying to fertilize his farm and have, blonde cows. So,
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm laughing at reading this because it's going through the steps of, how they want people to become more alert. And I'm thinking back to, you hear all the stories about McCarthyism and how everybody was a communist and your neighbor watching neighbor. And I'm thinking back, Michael A. and I were at a mixer a few months ago. These 2 gentlemen walked in the room, and I remember hearing the uneducated idiot behind me saying, "Hey, don't those guys look like terrorists?" Well, Michael and I happen to know them, and they're both Sikh. So the Sikhs wear, they have the decorative garment on their head. I forget the formal name for it. But I'm thinking, they're Sikhs, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
it's not
Muslim.
It's
Crazy.
not
yeah,
Muslim,
it's,
yeah.
and what's funny is neither one of them have an accent. They speak better English than I do, but yet the 2 uneducated guys, they must be terrorists.
Yeah.
So I'm reading this article and I'm thinking.
What are the top 10 ways? Did they give you some pointers or what?
Well, it goes on to talk about what they want to put together and how this initiative, wants to educate people so we can all, keep our eyes open and watch what's going on. And I'm thinking to myself, I wouldn't know.
These, like you say earlier, like we were talking about earlier, they can't even find a crack house. How are we going to find a terrorist house? You know what I mean?
That's one of the things where they should see the same thing. The thing is that the shoe has to put on the other foot. So it's one of those things where if we, as society, we decide to do the same thing and say, okay, let's flip this on the government. What are 10 ways we know that our government doesn't care about us? Okay, we have floods and the aid assistance doesn't come for time past. Okay, we don't have, let's raise taxes just to raise them. Nothing gets done. Let's not offer free health care. I was watching this documentary, and there are other countries that get free health care. Like they go in with their foot broke, they go in and get patched up and get paid days off. Like, man, this is like.
Hey, London, I don't know, brother. You're starting to talk very un-American, bro. We don't do that here, man. What country are you talking
Man,
about?
what you say in that article, man?
Hey man, I was born black and I'm gonna be black to the end. So maybe I just think it's just
No,
being,
you got a point. You're right.
Oh
on
man,
that,
it's sad, man. People, that's all that profiling
Now,
is
you know,
ridiculous.
I think it was last week we were talking about the legalization of marijuana.
Right.
And, you know, and if that went through, things like this wouldn't happen. You know, this a 3-year-old kid was caught with pot in school in Florida.
Okay.
So, you know, if it was legal, he wouldn't be in trouble, man.
Now, with little Timmy,
That's what I'm
Plus, if
saying,
it was
man.
legal, he would have had more pot.
I was gonna say, but why is little Timmy taking pot
Little
to school
Timmy
at 3?
showed up. I don't know. He had 2 baggies. He showed it to a classmate, and the classmate snitched on him, man.
3 years old?
3 years old, man.
And now that's
Man.
where
And
what's
already
our
a snitch.
country coming to, man?
Florida, man.
The dude snitched. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That kid was
You know
entrepreneur.
what, man?
huh?
If you can't trust your schoolyard buddies, man, who can you trust?
That's
man?
what it
What
comes
is the
down
world
to.
coming to?
You know somebody's gonna drop him off the monkey bars.
You know what happens? He wouldn't give him any.
But anyways, it looks like he picked it up at a house that he went on a late date. So somebody's
Oh, wow.
getting busted.
Oh, that's spectacular. Well, hey, I'm sure they got a prescription, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It's medicinal because somebody's got glaucoma somewhere. So, I mean.
Or the lack of glaucoma, so they can prove. You see, it works, man.
Yeah.
You don't see glaucoma here, do you? So you know.
But I laugh about this because to what Lynn is talking about, how I couldn't imagine sitting. I mean, I know as it is, it's human nature. When you're driving, I don't care who's in front of you, what race, ethnicity, male, female. If they're slowing you down or they're in your way, you don't like whoever's in front of you. It has
Right.
nothing to do with ethnicity.
Oh, that's great.
And people are always saying, "Oh, but that's racist." No, I just like anybody who's slowing me down. It could be
Period.
the priest from my church.
Now there's a certain ethnic group that slows you down more than any other. But you're not gonna go there. But what I'm saying is, man, just hit. How the hell can you be driving a Mercedes, CL 500, and doing 20 in a 40?
It's one
Man,
of
hit
those.
the gas.
Hey, did that happen on the way here? Because you seem kind of angry at that.
No, did you say I live in
But all I'm saying is, we talk about these kind of things, but and I know everybody has comments, but what's funny is if a woman walks into a meeting or somewhere and she's dressed where, let's say she's overexposed, people make a comment. If she's wearing a burqa, they're going to make a comment. If a guy walks in with, something on his head, they don't get to know that he's a Sikh, he's automatically a terrorist. You walk in with a shaved head and you're white, you're a neo-Nazi. It's hysterical how we categorize these things so blatantly, but yet, when you would expect the government to kind of back off or perhaps look for unity with,
Yeah, but that's an initiative. If it's a ballot initiative, there's some group that put it up.
No,
It's not the government.
granted, but what I laugh about is how, all of a sudden, we're all supposed to be watching our neighbors to see if they go plant bombs under the bridge?
But see, that's the thing. I have this. My idea with that is because, like, it goes back to the media. However, the media presents and sets up these situations. Like, a lot of us, we like the celebrities we like because they're on TV. But if these people had regular jobs, then they wouldn't be. None of that stuff matters. It's how the media presents it. My thing is, like, a lot of women like Denzyl Washington, my mom, and a lot of the people, they just think he's so amazing, he's so beautiful and handsome. But if Denzyl Washington had an odd job like an Arco gas station, we wouldn't, or any particular odd job, if he had a, let's say,
He's not too
if he
handsome
worked
then,
at a McDonald's, can I take your order, please, huh? Can you speak into the bun? I can't hear what you're saying, huh? Okay, you said you wanted fries, you said fries, and you said you wanted, you ever notice how Denzel the only actor in Hollywood that can say whatever he wants to say twice, we don't even care? Okay, so you said you wanted fries. Then you said you wanted fries. I'm trying to hear what you're saying. Wait, listen to what I'm telling you to do, huh? My job is to help you find, keep, and take back, huh? All the fat that's inside this burger. I'm trying to work with you. Boom. We only like him because we see him on TV because the media sets us up for what we like and dislike. It's crazy, man.
That is true. And with that, words of wisdom
From
this is
Denzyl.
the end of the show for today. Thanks for listening in to the Three Guys Rant on AdviceRadio.com. London Brown, my
Thank you,
man,
man.
thank you for coming in. Appreciate your time.
Once again, London, tell them how they can reach you on Facebook.
You guys can please find me on Facebook, London Brown. I got on there a list. I send in invites all the time. Like I said, this Thursday I'm at the J Spot. This Saturday and Sunday I'm at the Cellar. November 23rd I'm back at the Ontario Improv. And October 28th I'll be at the Nate Holden Theater. So please find me on
Right.
Facebook.
There you got it.
Just look for the J spot. You'll
Have a
find
great
it.
week. Stay cool, everyone.
Hopefully you won't need a map like Arvin.
Oh, shit.
Man, you gotta get the clown every Wednesday.